especially after Pat Cipollone's 8 hours of videotaped and transcribed testimony with the committee. Should we expect to hear what he told the committee on Tuesday?
I don't know, but I think they must be trying to figure out the exact way to weave in what they can. We do know, I believe, we know from Jamie Raskin and others that there'll be real evidence of coordination with Proud Boys and other Oath Keepers and others, and to see what that coordination was. But I imagine, due to the timing of the interview with Cipollone, that some of that will be critically woven in.
As a second Trump impeachment manager, which was focused on the insurrection, do you have any doubts about the connections between those extremist groups and folks in Trump's orbit, if not the former president himself?
I have no doubt. And I have to tell you, I have been watching and attending these hearings of the January 6th committee. I really commend them for bringing to light the precarious nature of our democracy and all of the accomplices involved, but of course the critical role that a really criminal president, frankly, played in this. So I have no doubt about that, but the facts and the evidence are really important to get to the American people. That's why I'm glad that they've done such an excellent job. It'll be interesting to see what we can learn about exactly what the president did, what did he know, and what coordination, either with him or the people around him, with these far right extremists.
So in the investigation in Georgia into election interference in Georgia's 2020 election, the Fulton County DA has subpoenaed a bunch of folks, including Senator Lindsey Graham, who's fighting the subpoena. In a Washington Post op-ed, 3 legal experts say Graham telephoned Raffensperger on November 13th, 2020. The grand jury is entitled to hear sworn testimony about what was behind that call, what Graham sought by making it, and who said what to which Georgia officials. I bring all that up because I'm wondering, Congresswoman Dean, will Senator Graham be successful, do you think, in fighting that subpoena? Will he be able to quash that subpoena?
I don't believe he will be successful. What in God's name was the senator doing calling Georgia to say, check your election results?
The senator from South Carolina.
Yes, excuse me.
Yeah.
And, you know, there was attempted interference with Pennsylvania as well. Calls to Speaker of the House, Brian Cutler, from Rudy Giuliani. So I don't believe the senator will be successful. I have to tell you, a moment during the second impeachment trial, I presented the evidence of that phone call, the famous phone call, the infamous phone call with the president saying, I just need you to find me 11,780 votes. There was a gasp from some of the senators on the floor. And one said something to the effect of, well, that will get him indicted. So I believe this is one of the stronger cases for the involvement of the president and others around him to interfere with the election. Can you imagine if I did that? If I had lost by 320 votes and I just called the election board and say, I need you to find me 321 votes. What would have happened to me?
I think we know the answer to that. Let's turn our attention to abortion. Abortion right protesters continue to march and protest. They protested in front of the White House yesterday, urging more action. Are the president and the administration doing enough to protect abortion rights?
Well, I was pleased with the executive order. Wish it had come immediately on the heels of the Dobbs opinion. The president wants to protect in every way possible women and girls. It's critical to remind people that girls are affected here in their health care choices and their self-determination. But I want the president to do as much as possible, more if possible. But it is going to be on us. We have to make sure we show up. We vote for 2 more Democratic senators. In my own state, we have John Fetterman running. Please, God, we have to do everything in our power, get out, knock on doors, and make sure he is elected to the U.S. Senate. We need 2 more senators, frankly. You know, I was thinking about it, Jonathan. You know, these Supreme Court justices, they are confirmed in the Senate with a simple majority. And yet we are stuck behind the filibuster to overturn the damage they are doing. We need to get rid of the filibuster. I am pleased that the president has said so for Roe. All of this is about us saving ourselves. The essential question, whether it's about guns, abortion, our democracy, it's about us voting, electing people who will protect these important civil rights.